Hi, I'm Astrid Gomez. I'm the producer of Dream and Shine Brighter, the new show that we are offering for our guests for the 30th anniversary of the Disneyland Park.
And the show debuted today. It was wonderful. Can you talk a little bit about the creation of the show?
Yes, so we started to think about this show exactly a year ago, and we started with a very small group of persons. There was me as the producer and the show director and the designer of the costumes, the music producer. So we started brainstorming on a show and how we could propose something that is quite different than what we've already proposed in the past. Of course, using the characters that we all love from old stories, but also from new stories, so it's appealing for everyone, and how we could put inclusion into our show as well. And of course, with all the ingredients that we had, we came up with the idea that we wanted to celebrate three major subjects of the show, which are dream, laugh, and love. But not only as these three simple words, but with an idea behind that. For example, for the dreams, it's not just a dream as you can have one when you're asleep, but also how to go further and achieve your goals. We have those characters featured in our show. For example, Rapunzel, she has a goal, she has a dream, and how she fights to achieve it. For the love section, it's not only love between two partners, it's also love with your family, with your friends, how to make the best time out of your stay in the park, how to cherish every moment. For the laugh section, it's have fun with all your group of friends or family. So these three themes were really the base of our show. And then, of course, once we had those three themes, and the characters that we wanted to feature, then came the music. We said, okay, we have some really fun characters. We have Judy and Nick from Zootopia. We have to have the Zootopia song, which is great. So we used a lot of we picked a lot of songs, and the way that they have been arranged is very interesting because it's kind of a mashup of all the songs, and you can hear Topsy Turvy in the middle of Be Our Guest, and you can hear a lot of songs mixed together in an intelligent way, and this is what gives it the energy. The show is 10 to 12 minutes in the middle of the hub of high energy and music, and everything works together in a way that the guests that are standing in the middle or even around have different visions of the show, and they can come several times and see it in a different way and discover it differently too.
And it's because of those central plaza stages that you started utilizing a number of years ago, that you can see a show, or like when we saw Mickey's Dazzling Christmas Parade, you could see it 100 times and it will never be the same.
Exactly.
And can you tell us sort of the evolution of deciding to use those central plaza stages for the shows?
Yeah, sure. So one of the conditions that we had told to our upper management is that we wanted to add another staircase on the other side, because if you remember, for our prior shows we only had one staircase, but we wanted to play 360 degrees with our performers. So we've done major rehabilitation. We had a palisade for a whole month. We redid all the stages. We've added this extra stair that allows us to play much more with the scenography. We also raised the level of all the soil to make it arrive until the edge of the stage, which makes it more organic, makes it look more integrated into the flower beds, and have a better look for those stages. And the thing that we've imagined is, okay, so how do we use it in a smart way? And what the show director created is that for each scene, we either play with the stages that are facing Main Street, or we activate the stages that are facing the castle. So you always have a focus on, okay, so this is the new, the third beat, for example, the dream one. So, okay, so this is happening more towards this, facing this side. And all the show is played in a way that every time we activate a new scene, you either play with the two in the back or the two in the front.
Can you tell us about, like, the choreography is probably the best choreography we've seen. They move around so much. How long did it take to kind of stage that?
So we've started rehearsals. End of January. We went into pre-production with our team of choreographer and dance captains to imagine all of those choreographies, and then we started with the cast early February. And actually, what was interesting is that we took the dancers. We did a casting, of course, and we took the dancers really to match the style that we wanted for this show. But they could come from different horizons, different cultures, different styles. What was important for us is that they get the essence of the choreography that we wanted them to then redo in the park. And after that, of course, they could have their own personalities. And that was what was also fun in it, is that when we created the costumes and when we had the casting done, we did a session with them and we told them, okay, so these are all the costumes that we have created. These costumes can fit male and female, so you are free to wear which one you want every day and change to whichever you would like to wear. And in terms of makeup and hairstyle, you're free to do how you feel comfortable, what you think suits you best. And this is also a big step towards the inclusion and the diversity. And what we want is every kid to look up to a dancer or to a character and to be able to identify himself in someone.
And I was going to ask about the inclusion, so that's really a big part of that then.
Yeah, so it's a big part. Also, as I mentioned, in our cast of dancers, of course, where it was easy to implement this diversity and to just let them live their personality. And also with the choice of characters, because we have integrated many different characters. We have, for example, a new character that is for the first time featured in Disneyland Paris, Miguel, which we love. He's so cute. And Miguel is alongside with Tiana, but also with Nick and Judy, and it's really a very large palette of different characters, and some of them are classic ones, some of them are new ones. So I think it's overall a good mix of diversity.
And my last question, just can you talk about the float design?
Yes, so the floats have been designed by Eve, who actually is the designer of all the decor that you see throughout the park, from the train station to the rotating mobiles that you see in the gardens. Yeah, they're beautiful. So in the continuity of these designs, Eve designed the 4 floats that you see on the show. And we really wanted to keep them simple. We wanted them to be platforms for the characters to be featured and to be seen. So that is why we used the transparent plexiglass in different colors. It's also a wave of color that brings you until the Central Plaza stages. And it's great because when they leave the Central Plaza stages, we can feature all the characters on all the floats. So it's a way for them to be seen by a large number of guests, and also to be able to wave to everyone and just have a big party on those floats.
Did you have anything?
No, I think you covered it. Well, thank you very much.
We appreciate
Thank
it so
you.
much.
Thank you, me too.